Well, that news initially came from People.com yesterday, later confirmed by the Washington Post. Jeff Bezos looking into buying the Commanders, potentially partnering with Jay-Z. Byron Allen, who tried to buy the Broncos, reportedly in the mix as well. Now, look, I just don't think Byron Allen has the financial ability to buy 30% of a $5 billion asset. You need $1.5 billion that you can literally write the check for, that you have cash on hand, plus enough left over to run the team. The finance committee reviews the overall financial wherewithal of a potential buyer and approves or disapproves. But there are going to be some multi-billionaires ready to try to buy this team. And if Bezos wants it, Peter, here's fun fact. David Tepper, earlier this year, was the wealthiest NFL owner at a net worth of $17 billion. $17 billion was Tepper. Then comes Rob Walton, the new Broncos owner, at $70 billion. Here comes Bezos at Tepper plus $100 billion. So there's going to be some guys out there that can not even bat an eye to buy the Commanders if they decide to get into the chase for Dan Snyder's team.
Mike, there's a reason why Robert Kraft has been so friendly, so, kind of so willing and so wanting to build a great relationship with Jeff Bezos. There's a reason why the NFL was so aggressive in pursuing Amazon as the streaming partner for Thursday night. It's not only because Amazon is huge and because the future is far different than it was when ESPN got involved in cable TV. It is a very simple reason and a very simple fact of life in the NFL. NFL owners like the richest men in the world. They just do. And when there is one out there who has some interest in joining your club in some way, the welcome mat goes out. And the welcome mat goes out so aggressively that it's just logical to think that the NFL would want Jeff Bezos to buy the team, and he already owns the biggest newspaper in that market, the Washington Post, who, by the way, Dan Snyder has been at war with almost since he bought the team. That's not a good thing, for the NFL, for the owner of the franchise there for a generation to have used the Washington Post like, a mat walking into your house and wiping your feet on. And that's really the way Daniel Snyder has treated the Washington Post. And all I'm saying is this makes the most sense of any ownership for any team, I think that, since I have covered the NFL. It's always about the guy who's got the most money. This is more purposeful than the guy who only has the most money. It's a guy who already is in business with the NFL, and they love him. So I don't know enough about it right now, Mike, to say that it's Jeff Bezos' team to lose. I don't even know if he definitely wants to be aggressive to buy this team. But he clearly is a guy who the NFL would love to come and rescue this franchise.
There will be others who get involved, names we're not aware of yet. This is an opportunity for some really rich people to add fame to their wealth. And as a wise man once told me, and I've said it 4 times this week already on the show, the only thing better than being rich and famous is being rich. Some people find that out the hard way. But Josh Harris, who made a bid for the Broncos and would have paid, we reported this summer, $5 billion if he knew $5 billion would have sealed the deal. But the concern was he offers $5 billion, and the Walmart clan offers $5.1 billion, and he goes to $5.2 billion, and the Walmart people go to $5.3 billion, so he just tapped out. He wasn't going to put $5 billion on the table if it couldn't get him the team. Bottom line is, Dan Snyder's getting at least $5 billion. Dan Snyder has taken his $750 million original investment, and he's turning it into at least $5 million or $5 billion, if not $6 billion by the time it's all said and done. And Peter, there's been so much speculation, theories floating around about why the announcement came out of the blue on Wednesday that an investment bank has been hired to help find a buyer. It's no different than listing your house with a real estate company. That's what the Snyders are doing with this team. Ben Fisher of Sports Business Journal reported last night that the explanation is fairly simple. Owners went to Snyder and told him it's time. Owners went to the commissioner and told him it's time. That while Jim Irsay is saying it publicly, there was enough of them behind the scenes sending the message privately to get Snyder. And I'm amazed because I never thought he would go along with it. But I'm amazed he's listening, and now the team's for sale. I know there's some people out there that are afraid that this is just some kind of a ruse by Snyder to take heat off of him. He can't walk this back. The reaction has been so overwhelmingly positive to the idea that he's out. There's no way he can put that toothpaste back in the tube.
No, this is, I will be very surprised. And everybody has said, well, wait a minute. What about him taking on a minority owner or two? Let me just ask you a question about taking on a minority owner or two. Who in their right mind right now would pay $1 billion to be a minority owner to Daniel Snyder? Who would do that? Is there any bank in the world that would say, hey, I got a good investment possibility for you. I want you to invest and to let Dan Snyder be your boss. That is really the way to go in 2023. Let's do that. It's insane. So to me, I don't see how this does not end with Daniel Snyder selling this franchise. And Mike, I find it totally hilarious that Daniel Snyder, who once said, you can put it in capital letters, that I will never change the name of the team. It will always be the Washington Redskins. And I find it hilarious that just 3 or 4 weeks ago, that the team issued a statement that basically said absolutely, categorically, that the team will not be sold. Okay, and so what's happening right now? They're in discussions to sell the team or to sell part of it. But I think you and I both believe that it's not going to be part of it.
No, it's not going to be part of it. Even if you had a path to control as part of your agreement to become a limited partner with Dan Snyder, you can't trust that he's going to honor it. You just can't, based upon a well-earned reputation of being very litigious, and now you've got these other issues out there and investigations. Can you really trust that he's going to honor the terms of that agreement if you plunk down $1 billion now and maybe $4 billion later? No, he's going to sell it all. And the real question is, we got to take a break, but the real question is, if he sells it fast enough, does all this other stuff go away? That's something to keep an eye on as time goes by. Time has gone by very quickly. When we return, show me something for Week 9. Guaranteed to have no Daniel Jones because the Giants are on a bye. More PFT Live right after this. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.